Scissors, okay. Okay, here we go. I'm ready. Let's go live, and we're in. Shit dropping everywhere. Yeah. And stream. No. Cancel. Are we on? Okay, we should be on. Okay, are we on? All right, here we go. We're live. Hey, everybody, welcome. Let me do a test, make sure we're live, and then we'll get TikTok set up and get on with our day. Okay, here we go. I'm ready. All right, let's go live, and we're in. Let me do a quick wave. Make sure we're live. And stream. No. Cancel. Are we on? Restreams are kind of weird active today. Are we on? All right, here we go. We're live. Okay, let me do a quick wave. Then we're going to head over to everybody, welcome. Let me do a test, make sure we're live. And then we'll get TikTok set up and get on with our day. Okay, here we go. I'm ready. All right, let's go live. And we're in. Let me do a quick wave. 1 second, you guys. Sure, okay, live. All right. So let me get TikTok going. We're live. I don't have my contacts in today because remember I told you I had 2 ripped ones. Well, the left one finally decided to rip completely. So we're done with that. So let me make sure I've got my goal set up here so we can get going on TikTok. Nope, it re-changed it. Let me change it back, okay? I changed my goal for today. And then because it defaults to roses and until fine and dandy, but it's roses. Let me get this done. Then we'll get going. Yeah, so I ordered my contacts Friday. So they'll be coming any day now, within the next 4 or 5 days. So I'm okay with it. I wish I didn't have glasses, but you got to do what you got to do. All right, let me get this over here. Get you guys started, and then we're going to roll with this. So we got a lot done yesterday. I'm proud of what we did yesterday. Let me get the chat up. There we go. Let me get my chat up. Okay. Never need a comment. Okay, there it is. All right, here we go. Let me get started. And we're rolling. All right, everybody, welcome back. Good to see you all. Back in glasses for a week because my left contact ripped all the way this afternoon, so we're back in glasses. Now, what I did last night, we got one thing on top of there. What am I doing? Okay, we got a lot done yesterday, and we're still working on the other side of the trailer. Hi, everybody. We're decorating a hookah house. I never got done at Christmas time to decorate these things, so we're doing it now. So we're just doing some craft projects this time of day. Tonight we'll be doing tarot card readings. So what I did last night, was I did a mock-up at the front of the trailer. I don't know if you guys can see that. I did a mock-up at the front of the trailer, so we can put that together. And remember, no matter how I do the center part, there's going to be a wreath here covering it up anyway. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So as you can see, my glasses are back on. I had rips in both contacts. I went to put the one today. I didn't want to go. I looked at it. It's completely ripped down, so there's nothing I can do about that. So let's do a mock-up on the front end of the trailer. We'll get the grill system locked in, and then we'll let that dry. We'll work on the other stuff that we're doing. Hey, hello. How's it doing? How's everybody doing? So what time is it now? It's 2:20. I'll work till around 3:30, 3:45. And then I have to clean up in here and prep for tonight's show. So I was looking at the trailer, and now I can't remember which end's the front on here. Story of my life. So let me look at the box here. See if I can remember which end's the front. The big one or the little one? Let me look at the front. So the parts are, because the tall one's the front. I think it's the tall one. I'll show you what we did yesterday. Give you guys a view. We did this yesterday. If you look at that, what we've done so far on it. See how we've got our grease and everything. So we did this yesterday. I still have to do this on the other side. We had one fall off. I'll have to fix it. That's expected. So I want to make sure I've got the right one I'm putting in the front here. Yeah, that's it. And then the shorter one goes in the back for the rear of it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're going to work on the front real quick. Oh, I see what fell off. Let me grab some white frosting. I'll put that one back. But it's coming along nicely. It's a really neat project. Yeah. I can't see your names or anything on there. I have my glasses on. My glasses are horrible. My contacts were ripped yesterday. Were ripped yesterday, both of them. They've been ripped all weekend, and I was hoping they'd last, but went to put them in today, and my left contact is completely ripped. So I can't do anything about that at this point. So I have to just go with the flow, with the contacts. So here I am in glasses for at least another week, and the contacts, my new contacts will be here. Let me put this on real quick and get this part because it fell off. Let me put it on, and then we're going to work on the front. Now, the interesting thing about the grill work on the front on this is that even if I mess it up, it's going to come out okay because Cousin Eddy's trailer had a wreath right there. So we're going to just put the wreath on. We'll put the wreath on the front right there. So let me get this on here. These pieces are teeny, tiny little Christmas trees. But they do look like little Christmas lights. So we're still going to do it around the round light, around the round windows. That's what we're going to do today after I get the mock-up on the front end. Let's see, it looks like that. We got to do the other trailer too, the other side. See how it's all rusted? I mean, this isn't like a real copy of Cousin Eddy's trailer. Let's be real about it. But it is, thank you for the heart me. But it is, a version that I could find. I happen to be at Safeway because we built the National Lampoon's Vacation House. Looked great. And I happened to be at Safeway, and I looked down, and lo and behold, they had a travel trailer model. I'll show you what it looks like. A travel trailer cookie. And it looks like that, right? And I thought, you know what? We're doing the vacation house anyway. We could just make it similar to Cousin Eddy's trailer. Remember Cousin Eddy? Yeah. So, and if you're a troll, I won't allow you in here. Okay, I will get you out of here. Yeah. So we're doing a mock-up. Did you see it yesterday, Shelly? Look how nice it's coming along. Look at that. We're adding some of our own ideas in here. Look how nice that's looking. Talk about not wanting to travel in the trailer. Look at that. It's coming along nicely. So let's work on the front grill. We'll get the front grill put in. I'm going to use the chocolate colored one, the chocolate frosting for that. And like I said, if I mess up on the front grill, yeah, it turned out good. If I mess up on the front grill, we're going to put a wreath there anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. Once I got that chocolate frosting and laid it in over the black and was able to stretch it out, it looked like rust. So that's pretty cool. And we also got those little Christmas lights in for the house. Thank you for the popular. And those little mini Christmas lights came in for the house, Shelly. Look like this. Hang on. So we can put these on this trailer too, around the top of it. If you can see that clearly enough. See the little Christmas lights, little candy Christmas lights. All right. So right now we're gonna do this. And again, if it's not perfect, it's fine because we're gonna be putting a wreath over it anyway. So it's just a thing of having it there and putting the headlights on. Look at that. Who doesn't want chocolate like that? My mother up in heaven is licking her lips. I know it. Or my mother's probably here licking her lips because she was a chocolate fiend. So what I'm going to do with this, so you guys can see what I'm doing. In fact, I'm getting ahead of myself. What else is new? Let me get the work area so I can set it up for you guys, and we're going to do that today, okay? And then what we'll do is, while this is drying, we'll go ahead and work on the trailer part itself again to add those Christmas lights and stuff on it. But right now, I forgot to put the thing up, so let me put the thing up. I did buy a new tray for this, and I'm in glasses because, lo and behold, I told you guys the other night that I ripped my contacts, both contacts, and sure enough, I had trouble getting the left one in, and the left one is completely ripped. So we're like this until my contacts come in. I have them coming in at Costco, so we're waiting on the contacts, but that's okay. I'll live. No, it's okay. It's just the left eye. The left contact completely ripped, but not in my eye. In fact, it wouldn't go in good today, so I was looking at it, and I could see it was completely ripped down. It started ripped down the center, to make that run. So we're okay. So I've got new contacts coming from Costco, so there's really no reason to be hyper upset over it. Okay, so here's our building area. So let's do this, and this trailer's hippie chick. Check this out. So this trailer's coming along. Isn't that cool? Nicely beat up, huh? So I did a mock-up on some photos so I can see where I was at with the front and back. So I did a mock-up here so I can see what I'm doing. And again, if I don't get the grills exactly right on the front, that's fine because, yeah. So I got contacts I ordered on Friday, so they're going to be coming. So I'll live for a week. Normally I only drive, I only go from here to Dollar Tree and everything. So, and maybe Costco is the furthest I go. So it's only about 2 blocks, so I'm not worried about it. Hi, Mystical Blue Eyes. Good to see you. It's good to see everybody. Is my filter on? I can't tell with the glass on. Let me look at my filter. Hang on. Let me take a look, make sure my filter's on. Give me a second. Playback lighting. Lighting. Where's the effects in here? I don't know if my filter's even on. I think it is because you can't see the bags under my eyes. I have bags under my eyes really bad now. Oh, there we go. Here, right here. This is where it's going to be. Hang on, guys. Let me see if my filter's on. It has. Where am I at? Show me. Makeup. What do I got? No. Filters. Okay, I don't know. There's a way to get to it. I don't know how to get to it right now. I'll just have to live today. I look marvelous no matter what, I can't tell because sound effects, video effects. I'm going to look at effects. Hang on. Ah, there we are. There I am. Okay, I'm going to take my face away because I want to make sure I'm in. Okay, we're on. All right, we're in. All right. Anyway, so we're going to make the grill. That way we can let it dry. I'll probably be here for another, hour 45 minutes doing this today. Because I have to set up for the night show. But we're going to be here. I'm going to go ahead and do the grill. And like I said, if it doesn't quite match up, that's okay because we're going to put one of those wreaths on it. I'm liking the way this is turning out. I wasn't real thrilled with it when I was doing it originally. And the reason why we're still doing this is because I got so busy with things going wrong, like contacts ripping, life in general. I lost track of time because we have 2 brand new cookie houses to build yet. That one was supposed to be for Valentine's Day. And by the time I realized it was Valentine's Day, it was the day before. So I got way too busy. So here we are finishing off Christmas stuff, but that's okay. I'm all about the holidays. I could, you know what? I could live at the North Pole. It's all good. All right, so we're going to do it in brown because I don't want to mess with mixing any black. So let's get started on this, and I'm going to try and do this thing as centered as I can. In a way, it's good because I can't do close-up work with my contacts. So, I mean, I have to wear reading glasses anyway with my contacts. So, in a way, it works out because I've got bifocals. So, okay. Doesn't this look good, though? So, let me start. I'm going to try to make this grill. And hopefully, I can center it as much as I can. Should be like up here. Because we're making the top part of the grill for the engine. I'm going by, too, I have photos of this thing. But I'm also going by the design that, because I had a 19-foot Dodge Fireball RV for a while. So I'm also going by how that was designed. As far as the front and back go. I'm going with the design for the Dodge Fireball, too, for reference. Because they're all, when you come right down to it, these RVs are almost all the same. Especially the older ones. Because mine was a 75 or a 73. So they're all about the same. It does look cool. It's coming along, huh? Hi, Granny. Welcome. Well, it's a bummer about the contact, but I'll live. I can look like a geek some more for a few more days. So, yeah. So what we're doing is we're going to center this out a little bit more. Yeah. And then we have to make the square part of it just below this. So there's a square part of this that has to be on here where the radiator is and all that. Because there is a bumper on here too, so we're going to make a bumper. It does have a lower bumper. So I got a week without contacts, which is a bummer because I like my life with contacts. That's one thing I could say honestly is I just did that wrong because I'm an idiot. Luckily for me, oh, I did blow it, huh? I went down too low with that. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. Since we're rusted anyway, like I said, this doesn't really matter because it's going to be covered up. So I should have come down lower. Just a little lower with the bit across because I have to go across up there. It's going to be painted in anyway, so it really doesn't matter what I just did with it. Yeah, we got a really good long distance last night on it, and it turned out really nice. Let me go ahead and paint this in now. Because like I said, this is going to be covered up by the wreath, so it's just a matter of putting it in there. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Because as soon as this dries, we're going to put the wreath on. See, so there's primarily the front with the grill. And I'll get some white in here, and we'll just go ahead and touch up the white to make it lighter. Okay, so now we got to put the headlights on. The headlights are supposed to be silver. I don't have silver, so we're going to have to just improvise. I swear to God, I'm not even. Okay, I'm just going to make 2 dots for headlights on each side. We're just going to do this for headlights. We'll just make the headlights like this, okay? We'll just give it some headlights. And what I could do, I have an idea for the headlights, okay? So I'm just going to make these like as round as I can for headlights. Remember, this thing's trashed anyway. So we'll make a couple headlights on the other side. I have an idea for the headlights too. Okay. Do. There's a round one. And we got fun. I'll try and do another round one right here. Because that's about where they were. So, a little closer to the edge than I'd like to be, but okay. Okay, so we got headlights. So now we're waiting for the front to dry up there. The back just has a bumper on the back, on the rear. Well, that's not too bad. If I cover up the mistakes I made. See, if I cover up the mistakes I made, see it? Like on the end there where it droops down. That's not bad at all. Okay, so we got headlights. What I can do with these headlights is there's these little red dots that I was using on the wreath. I can put the little red dots in there for headlights. Hi, there we go. See, we're starting the front on here right now to continue through. So I'll make some patch up. This thing right here doesn't really matter because there's going to be a Christmas wreath over it anyway. Okay, so I'm going to like touch up these headlights real quick. I'll use those little red dots. Those are lower too. Dumbass. Okay. Seriously, they're lower? Okay. I'll put little red dots in the middle of the headlights. Here's what I'll do. And that'll make them look like headlights. And the tail lights are neat because we can take like either red, trying to get these headlights so they match the height. Either red, that's better. Either red frosting for the tail lights, or we can turn around again and use those little dot things for the back, like old timey. Thank you for the you're awesome. And yesterday somebody sent me puppy kisses. I didn't see it. So whoever it was, I can't do the whole show like I do on here with Facebook because they don't like that show. Okay, it's not the show itself; it's the music involved. It's just the stuff I sing. I can't have that on Facebook. So I'm not supposed to say Facebook on TikTok either. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry for now, and I'll make the changes on the stuff down here. In fact, I can a little bit right now. Yeah, those are almost even. So I'll make the changes on those two, and what we'll do, because the front's white anyway, so what we'll do is I'll dab white on there, and then we're going to put rust on here. Again, we're adding more rust on the front. The only other thing I can do at this point is get the black. If I have any black left, and I can make windshield wipers. I can put the wipers on here when the time comes. And again, the mirror is going to have red taillights because I did do a mock-up. So I could actually put the taillights on today. So we'll put the taillights on there. See how I did the mock-ups? Based on photos, I did some mock-ups. So we can do red taillights on the rear. Let this dry right now. And for the stuff that really looks funky, I'll go over it with the white frosting and make sure it looks decent. And then we're going to end up spreading this stuff on here anyway. Plus, we got a bumper to put on here. And I'm thinking, instead of a silver bumper, we just might as well make it a rusted out bumper, you know? We'll just put a rusted out bumper on here. But there is a bumper on the front and a bumper on the back. And the back is a complete clone of the RV I had. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, it's not too bad. That's headlights. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's do the taillights on the back with red. And then we'll go ahead and we can put the bumper on. There's a storage compartment on the back, like right along here, which I had on my RV. It's right in here as a storage compartment. So we could do something with that later. We'll put the bumper on here. Then we got the storage compartment here. And these are slide outs. Hi, Miss Shirley. And these are going to be slide outs. So let's grab the red. I'll have to dig down. Let's get the red. Let me grab the red frosting and we'll go ahead and put the tail lights on this thing. I think it's over here. I think I see it right now. And again, yep, that contact ripped. So here I am till like Monday or Tuesday next week. Are you dry? Of course you are. You have to dry it out. Okay. That's not a problem. Where is, hang on. It did dry. Son of a gun. Okay. I have food coloring. It's not a problem that I have food coloring. I have some food coloring. Or, plan B would be to, where are they? Use gummies. Well, let's see if I can get the food coloring to work. So I ordered my contacts Friday, so they should be here like by this coming Friday or Wednesday next week. So I'll just have to live with my glasses for them. Have to live with my glasses. And again, I don't drive more. When I have my glasses, I don't drive farther than like 3 or 4 blocks. The only long drive I'll have, well, here's some. Yay. The only long drive I have is going to Costco to pick them up. Other than that, I'm just here in the hoodie. I don't go anywhere. Because my glasses are so bad. Okay, so let's make the tail lights. Here we are. Of course, the scissors fell. I just snapped it. Anyway, story of my life. It's like the gods have been against me all week. And then the other issue that occurred with my insurance was a foul-up. So I was on the phone all morning with insurance, talking with them, and then it was a foul-up on the part of my doctor from Wednesday. I got a whopping bill, boy. This reminds me of like hair dye, trying to cut through this. Oh, you're not going to cut? Is that really true? There we go. Reminds me of cutting through the hair dye. Oh, that didn't come out good at all. Whoa. My scissors have probably had it. After I cut the candy canes, these scissors have probably had it. Well, here it is there. See what it looks like when it comes out. Ah, there we go. All right, where's the toothpicks? When in doubt, use a toothpick. All right. So I had to call my insurance today to find out what the heck was going on. I got a note from my doctors of, happy weekend. I hope you had a great week. You owe us $420. I go, what? So, yeah. But the doctor messed up and they put a wrong. They billed me by accident, is what they said. They sent the bill by accident. Nonetheless, it cheered me up for my weekend. But it's a pain because you got to call, then you're on hold, and then you're going through that stuff on hold. It gets frustrating. See if I can get this to line up. Okay, we're putting the taillights on. That's still higher. Story of my life. I can never get things to line up. Never, 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 never. I can never. And it's going to be red, so that means it's going to be a mess once I start shifting it down. Oh, we'll have to make that one bigger or something. Not much I can do about it. I have to cover it up with white, which is going to be a pain. I don't know what's worse, working with the contacts in and trying to do close up, or my glasses because they're not the best in the world. But these have to be wider anyway. So I'm going to go wider on top of this one. Maybe I can get it balanced that way. It has to be a little wider. It's a tail light. So maybe this is what's going to line it up. Oh, it almost did. It's still higher though. Again, Cousin Eddy's trailer. I'm going to make the attempt to take it off. This ought to be good for a chuckle. Okay, paper towel. See if I can wipe it off here and we'll just lay it in. Oops. Oh, that's why we have white. We go over it with the white. I'm not worried about that. Let's try this again, shall we? Again, this is my eyes, and this looks about right there. Making tail lights here. I think we got this. That one's kind of going up. See how that one's kind of going up? I can't win ever. Almost. So we'll cover the other stuff up with white. That's what we'll do. Try and make the tail lights on this thing. And then we'll get back to decorating the, yeah, I like that one. That one looks nice. And then we'll get back to decorating the side. Yeah, I think I can do this now. I think we got this. These are tail lights. Should be thinner, but tail lights for blind people like me. Will I miss the contacts? Absolutely. Because the contacts and I see better out of contacts than I do out of anything else. So, yes, I will miss them. But it's only a week. I'll live. Okay, so that boogered out. Story of my life. It's that in that needs to be full, a little bit more full. So we're done filling it there. What could possibly go wrong today? Don't forget, 6:30 tonight, I will be back to do readings for you guys. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, that's not bad. They're like that. I'm pretty much even. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you cousin. I gotta get the boogers off and do some touch up with the white paint, with the white frosting. But ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Cousin Eddy's toothpicks. I try around here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put the bumper on since we got the brown out. Might as well just do all this then. I think I'll miss when I finally get done with this. I think I'm going to miss it. I think I'm going to miss it. Once I am done with this one, because this one was fun to do. That one was too, but this one was a challenge. All on its own to even do. Okay, close enough for government work. So here's the back end with the tail lights. So we got our tail lights on. Anything that looks red, we'll fix. If there's a red line or anything on there, we'll fix it. See, we got our tail lights. Let's go ahead and put the bumper on. I'm going to make the bumper rusted because if it's down that low and it's in snow, it's going to rust. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to put the bumper on there. I wish there was a piece to slide on there to put over the top to make the bumper. In a perfect art felt world, there would be something, but not today. So we'll go ahead and put the bumper on. So we're going to put a bumper on this side. Going to start on this end. Don't want to be too lumpy because we're going to have to, not only with that, we're going to have to attach it to the other part of the cookies. So we don't want to go around the corners on this like I was thinking, because it's got to attach to the other cookies. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll rust this out. We'll rust the back end out. Kind of make it flow up. We'll just put a rusted bumper on this bad boy. Because if I don't have these edges smooth, it's not going to connect well. When I do finally do the final put it together. Yeah, that's cool. Now what we'll do is we'll go ahead. I'm going to get this coated in one more coat, and then we're going to start doing the pull up on it to rust out the back. So that was not the one I was using. We heard the thing I was using last night, the right size to pull up the rust. Where'd I put it? That was you last night, I could tell. So let's go ahead and pull up the rust. Or was it? It wasn't green. I swear it was a green one. I think it was this guy. No, why is that high clean? Was it you? It was one of these. Oh, that one's got kind of grimy on it. Huh, I swear it has a green one. I swear it was a green brush that I did the pull up with. I think it's this one. That feels like it's grimy. Okay, so we're going to pull this stuff up, a little bit on here. And we're going to start pulling it up to make the rust. So there's your bumper. So we're going to start pulling up the rust. There we go. Going to start kind of doing an airbrush for the rusty parts on here. So let's make some rust. Wow, 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 wow. I think the most fun of this is doing rust. Make a nice rust spot here. Then we'll pull off that, put some rust over here. We got some red mixed in because I should let it dry because I'm an idiot. But okay, maybe we can work with that and just cover up the red. If I do rust spots, that might work to cover up my mistakes on here. A nice bunch of rust on here, because maybe that'll help me cover up my mess up, Around the red. Bring that up. There we go. Yeah, I like this. I love doing the rust spots on here. Yeah, that'll fix the rust I messed up on here, where the red is. Yep, there it is. All right, so this is the back end. We got the rust spots in. See, it's all rusty. What am I saying? I think so. So it's all nice and rusty. See, it's all nice and rusty on the back. So we're going to let that dry now. And then we'll go back to working on the sides of the trailer and putting all the little Christmas light things on there. How are we doing over here? This is almost dry. So I might as well put the bumper on. So let me put the bumper on this thing. We'll put the bumper on the front, and then we're going to let it dry. That's going to have to dry. And then what I'll do is I have those little red dots. So I'll add the little red dots in the middle of the headlights. That's what I'll do to make them look like headlights. So let's get the bumper on the front. Again, it's all rusted out, so let's make the bumper. And again, I'm not concerned about that grill in the front because it looks so tacky. Because it's going to be covered by a wreath, so I'm not, it's going to be partially covered. All right, so let that dry now, and we're going to go ahead and continue our work on the stuff, on the windows, on the window areas, and then we can start putting, we're going to figure out where we're going to put those Christmas lights. Looks nice and rusty, yeah. So here's our front right now with the bumper, okay? But again, that center grill is going to be covered up, okay? So I think the back looks pretty cool. See this slide out? So we got tail lights in the back. So that's looking good. All right, so let's get back to making putting the lights on and stuff for the back. So that's done for now. Everything has to dry. So we'll get back to this one, which we've done this to, and we'll go ahead. We'll put lights around that round window. How I'm going to do it, we don't know. We don't know how it's going to look. So there's that for everybody. See? Wah, 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 wah. So let me pull some more of those red and green things out. That's all the process today. And then we'll go ahead and work on that. Let me close off the chocolate so it doesn't get bad. They're all when I'm done. I may want to munch. We don't know. Make me a chocolate sandwich or something. Because we're at the point now when we can get the outside parts done. We can go ahead and put the roof on, and then we can put those other Christmas lights on. Hang off the side of the roof. So we're gonna get to that point where we're gonna put the roof on this thing. Who wouldn't want to buy this trailer? Who wouldn't want to buy Cousin Eddy's trailer? Okay. But as my dad would say, he had a saying. My dad was clever when he wanted to be. One major disaster a day. That's what my father would say. And that's what I live by. I try to do one major disaster a day. I wish I could do something with these little tiny candy canes. I think they're cool. Okay. Now, the photo itself for this is that they have like a paper Christmas tree on top, which is kind of cool. But we're not doing that today. I don't get a bunch of these green Christmas trees. These things are really tiny. I can't wait to build that black rose with you guys. That's going to be a nice build. I was going to do pizza today, and then after Chinese yesterday, my friend bought me Chinese yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and forego that. I'm going to do my veggie burger today. And we've had activity here every night. My dog was driving me nuts, and my friend has been having activity as well at her place. The dog wouldn't let me sleep at night. It was just craziness. But last night she finally settled down. So whatever it was has left the building. But she was staring like into nothing in my living room and barking. So that tells you something right there. I don't know who or what. Obviously, it wasn't a family member because she would have recognized her. I know my mom's here all the time, and it doesn't cause a major problem with her. So she recognizes my mom. But whoever this was, I don't know. She did not recognize them. All right, let's see what we have enough now. So here we go. Let's start doing this little window here. I really like this thing. All right, so we're going to do the outside of this window. We might be able to go across on this window. I don't know if I should go across on the other window. We'll see how I feel. But let's just start doing this. If you guys can see this, I hope you can see this. You guys can see this a little bit. It's as low as it's as low as I can go with it. So I wish I could go higher for you guys or go lower, but I can't. And if I put it down on the table, you're not going to see it at all. So that's where that's at. So okay, let's go with the red one up here. Start hanging lights. I told you the dog wasn't eating. The dog is weird. She eats it overnight. Maybe she's full or something, going on, but she eats whatever's left over of food overnight. So that's cool. I have worries because I had a dog that died from a bad pancreas. And it started out like that, where she started to refuse her own dog food. And then she would eat nothing but canned food, started to refuse that. And then people food started to refuse that. By the time I got her in, it was too late. I'll hold it up for a while. So by the time I got her in the vet, it was too late. And so I'm really paranoid about if this dog is eating properly and stuff. Don't want to go through that again. So what I'm doing is the Christmas lights on this thing. Going down the line with this. Don't want to do too many boogers on it. I hate boogers. What I call light boogers. Or frosting boogers. Not exactly like Cousin Eddy, but we're making our own version of Cousin Eddy's here. I think of this as Cousin Eddy living with Picasso. Not quite Picasso. These little things are so tiny. Make sure I mount it correctly. Going in the correct direction. Quiet. I do miss the radio. I always have a radio on, but yeah, been there, done that. So I'll leave here, make my dinner, and then take my hour nap, and then come in here, clean all this up, get ready for the show tonight. So I can make people happy. That one's going to be even with that one. There we go. And it's green. Okay. Oh, that is a hollyberry. They had the holly in there too, which is how we built the wreath. Okay. So the red one, then the green one. And we're going to start making the circle up that way. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It flew off. Seriously? Yes, you did. Well, be that way. And my above head lights are out, so I have no light back here at all. Well, normally it doesn't light up back here because of the spotlights. I've got bright spotlights on me. Okay, there's a couple. I think I have enough to finish this section off. There we go. All right, so we need a red one here. Who'd have figured that cheating and turning little candy Christmas trees upside down would look like Christmas lights? It's pretty slick. So there's an option I can ask you guys about when we get done. I get done with this right here. I still got to do the other trailer like this. So we're just beginning work here. But there's an option I want to ask you guys about. What you think? Good to see everybody. There we go. too much sugar thing. Get some of that off. There we go. Okay. Red. And once we get a green, should be perfect unless I'm uneven up here, which who knows. Okay, so here's what it looks like with the round thing, with the round window done on here. Oh, that looks cool. Very cool. See, there's that, right? There's the round window. See, we got the round window done. There you guys go. There's the round window. And that, see? So what do you guys think? Should we do the lights? Should we leave the lights like that, or you want to do them across? Do the cross frame on the lights? You guys want to do the cross frame, or just leave the windows alone? That we're done with the windows for lights. So what do you think? You guys want to do the cross frames or no? Do we want to do the cross frames? Should we do the cross frames on the windows or just leave them? What do you think? See how the windows have the cross frames? Should we do the crossbars on the windows or just leave it? What do you guys think? Okay, I agree. I'll leave it. All right, so we're gonna work on the other one now because we haven't done the other one yet for the lights. So we'll go ahead and do that one. And by the time I get done with this one, that should be the end for today's session. So I can go make my dinner and take my little nap before I go to work tonight. So very cool, very, very cool. All right, let's get our parts that we need here. So how many did I use? I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I used 17. Okay. Which is going to make how many greens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 greens. And I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 reds. Okay. 9 reds and 7 greens. So let's go find our red. I'm going to push this forward a little bit so I can get a little bit more light so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm just going to pour it on the table, make my life easier. There we go. It'll be out to pick all this up, but you know what? We'll do what we do. Okay, we need 9 reds. There's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8 and 9 on the reds. That was kind of funky. Round red figures. Figures, okay. We did 9, right? So that was, yeah, we got 9. So I counted 9, right? Let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9 and 9. Looks like we got 18 on there. That works. Okay, so there's 9 there. Now we gotta get the green. That's a hollyberry. That's holly berry. There's 5, 6. Imagine the machine they had designed to make these things. 7, 8. One more. 9. Right there. Is that holly berry? Is that one? Okay. Let me pick these up because you know what? When I go to clean this up between this and those other ones, it's going to be a mess. And the dog did not want to go in her grate. She was giving me the evil eye when I put her in there today. All right. So let me move that over there so I don't knock it over by accident, make a big old mess. I'm gonna run the same color, same roundy colors on here as I go around with it. So now we look like this. This is what it looked like before we did the other side. See, it looks just like that before we touch the other side. Okay. So now we're gonna put these on. So in that corner over that, see which corner facing. The corner on the end is green, so we're gonna do it from that perspective, so I can keep the colors consistent. So this is green. It is. It turned out a lot better than I thought it would. And we're not done yet, right? So we got a green, red, and green coming down the back, okay? So we want it right on the center, right? The red's going to sit right here, okay? All right, so we're going to get this set. I missed the Olympics, but I'll probably be watching. I got another 3 weeks of Peacock, so I'll probably be watching the next round of World Cup skiing. Because I really like World Cup skiing. Oh, I put 2 reds in a row. I must have been smoking something last night. I was watching Michaela Schiffer last night and an interview, and I was worried she was going to drop the F-bomb again. She got bleeped on national TV for dropping the F-bomb. Good morning, America. Looks like Lucy's and Desi's trailer, yeah. The long trailer. Hey, think of it this way. We are the set decorators from National Lampoon's Vacation, Christmas Vacation. Therefore, the set decorators can decorate however. That's how we can look at the perspective on this. We are the current set decorators. So therefore, we can decorate, in whatever way we see fit. Look at it this way. Imagine being in high heaven when they did Star Wars originally. And they didn't have any of the spaceships or anything, or the X-Wings. And what did they do? They bought thousands and thousands of Legos, and they threw them all on a table in boxes and told the guys to build whatever to see what they could come up with. And look what they came up with for Star Wars. Whole set decorator. A lot to be said for special effects people and set decorators. There we go. So now we're going to start with red to green to red. So I got to get how many across on this line? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across before I hit the end. Okay, I got to do that. I remember the long trailer. Okay, red. So depending on the time today, tomorrow we'll be putting the wreath on the front, and I'll be putting the windshield wipers on the front there. But like I said, we're within probably a day or two of actually standing this thing up and putting it together. You know, putting up the sides instead of the back and all that. So we're really close now on this. But I did. I had some friends every year. I haven't seen them do it in a long time. But they used to build what they call their trailer trash Christmas, and it's just tacky now. I know it's not politically correct to talk like that, but that's what they would do. And so they built the best stuff. They build houses. They build RVs in the yard. In these in these yards when they make them. Okay, so that went across. We got 6, yeah. So I got 6. I got 6. Right. Oh, good. We're set up. Yeah. So yeah. See, Pamela, we were talking about what happens when you don't maintain the inside of an RV or maintain an RV. Happened to me. Ours leaked towards the end. This is what happens. Got to keep up that RV maintenance. I missed my contacts, and I can't even read like what's over there on the screen, man. Like for either TikTok or you guys. Who's leaving? Who left me? Oh, Angel Meese. Okay, we can talk about Angel now. Did you hear that Angel? Oh, never mind. Angel's left the room. We can talk about her now. What is going on? Wait. Okay, we're just going to go with it. I have 6 across, right? Yeah, that is correct. Make sure I'm doing it right. That's going to need a little more. Stop being ridiculous. Okay. This is what takes time, is this. And then the hurry up and let it dry thing, you know? All right, so let's start going up the side there. I'll show you guys when I get this one on, what direction we're going with it. Okay. So there you go. We got the bottom ones on. This, let me press down so they don't go flying off and I get angry. So we got the side on. We got the bottom ones on that one now. Okay. I have to remember it's opposite on TikTok and I have to flip the camera. So I'm going to go up because I'm right. Either way, we ended red. So now I'm going up the front. So there's another red. For some reason, I doubled the red on the front. I don't know why, but I did. So we're going to double the red then. I don't know why I did that, but must match. So we're just going to double it, which I wasn't too happy about. For some reason, I did it. But okay. I'll compromise. It's all good. So bring that up a little bit. A little more up here. Okay. And then we're going to want green and then back up to red. Then we start going across the top. There should be one more red for the top too. So we got a green that's going in right about here. And then back up to red on there. Okay. I'm going to wash my time. Last night was nice. Spending 3 hours doing it was really nice last night. That was really cool last night. Got a lot done. Okay. Okay. So now we're shooting across. We got both sides done now. I'll show you. Both end caps are on. On it right there. I get it for you guys, right? Yeah. Yeah. So all both end caps are done. So let me shoot across. 326. Okay. So I'm gonna go with red and green. All right. Have to grab some more red, I think. Last night was cool. We had 93 watching us over at Book of Face. And then we had 1,000 on TikTok watching us. Not so great on Tube of View, but good numbers coming off of Book of Face. Okay, we need red in the middle. I think I was spacing these out more last night. Because red, you know why this window's not centered as well as the other one. Because I'm showing, when I'm coming across, I'm showing the green and I'm showing the red right in the middle. So that window's smaller over there. So we'll just deal with it. Don't matter. Don't matter. They're not lining up quite like the other one. That or this is a longer window because I'm having to use more of these than what I counted on that side. But that's all right. I look at it this way. Cousin Eddie has to keep this thing running with parts, hodgepodging it. So we'll hodgepodge too. We'll just go with it till we get to the end. There's this woman on TikTok. I haven't seen her in a while. The Southern Mama cooking. And man, the fried chicken, all that. Man, if I could eat that fried chicken, that'd be so good. That'd put me in the hospital. But eating the fried chicken would be so really good. So the number's going to be a little different from the other side, but it is what it is. Not much I can do about that. So that red, well, let's see if I can figure it out and work around it. That is big, whatever that is. Okay. There's one. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I got a red. I got to pull a green too, but let's see how it ends up. Get as close, approximately close as we can. Because what's going to happen is I'll probably have to double the green, but you know what? I don't care. We're just improvising on this. I want to leave this spread so it looks like the other one. There we go. I'll just spread it out. Don't matter. Don't matter. All right, so that window's done. That big window's done. Now I'll go to the circular window on here. So we got the big window. See, that's all done. Where am I at on here? Yeah, opposite. Okay, there's the big window. Now we'll do the circle window. You know what it also looks like now is an ice cream truck. It does. It looks like an ice cream truck. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 5, and then 2, 4, 5. So there's 10. So there's 5 green and 5 red on this. Assuming I made them the same size. It does. It looks like an ice cream truck. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. The other one they play, I think is funny, is a Camptown Racist song. And I always think of the movie Stepfather when I hear that, because he would whistle that before he unalived his family members. So when I hear the ice cream truck, it makes me laugh, because it's the Stepfather. And this darkness over here is normal. That's why you guys will see me at night using a flashlight back here, so I can see my cards and stuff, because it's just so dark in here. In fact, I can't see. So, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, I moved it. Probably moved it somewhere I can't find it. Story of my life. Ah, there you are. So I have to do it again because I can't see. Okay, now I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Got my flashlight. All right, 5 red ones. These red ones look like Adobe. It's like they look like cat food. That's the color. You know how cat food has that flat red color, that kind of flattish pink color? It looks like cat food color. Okay, one more. There you are. Okay, so we should have enough in theory. Now, where did you go? I'm going to need you tonight. That one's flying. There it is. There we go. All right, come back here. So we're going to go there for you today. Okay. I thought I did well with the new contacts. They're so thin. I was afraid of them. He said hi. Hey, how's it going? Hello. Hello over there. So I mean, they almost lasted 1 month. I was surprised. I'm very happy they lasted a month. But I was really afraid when I first got them because, man, like I said, super thin. Okay, so I'll probably just do this window, then we're going to call it today. I have things, I have things. So I'm going to do it the same way I did over there. Same colors. So we're starting with red on top. And some of these bigger winnies also have a door in the rear. The smaller ones don't. Well, some of them do too. Like the ones that go on the back of a pickup truck. And some of the smaller Dodge ones, like the one we had, depending on what model you had that extra door in the back. But the one I had didn't have the extra door. And the sad thing is, like, my SUV can't tow because it's a customized SUV. It was built custom, so not for me, but it's a custom Saturn design on it, so there's no towing for it with the bumpers. So if I ever wanted to get an A-frame or something, it would never work. Okay, so this one does look a little wider, but we're going to go ahead and we'll spread this is what we're going to do. Yeah, it's got a nice big SUV engine in there. It's got a Honda motor, but you can't tow with it because the body design on it. Okay, so we're going to go. So I see how it's going, so hopefully it all fits like it's supposed to. So don't forget, 6:30 p.m. Pacific tonight. Join me. It's Life Journey Monday. Come on over to TikTok and have some fun. Tell me about your days. Tell me about your love life. The doctor is in. And I'm not a doctor. I'm a journalist, photojournalist, artist, photography, art and stuff. Okay. I am not a doctor. But I've seen a lot. Like my friend TPRB, who comes in a lot, she was a state trooper at one time. So she and I share stories. Some story, she and I can share gruesome stories about being out in the field and seeing gruesome things. It's a gruesome job. Even being a crime beat reporter is a gruesome job. You see things sometimes you wish you hadn't. It was a nice experience, though. I learned a lot. Again, this one lays out a little differently than the other one because the green should have been up here, coming around the edge, but because it's bigger. I think because it's a bigger or a smaller design on this. But it'll look decent. Like everything else with Cousin Eddy, this is morphed into its own life. Let me see if I like it this way. It's a little different than the other one on the other side, but that works. Yeah, that'll work. That'll do. So here we are on this side, you guys. See that? We got that one all lined up with lights. Look at that's all lined up with lights. That's all lined up. That's all lined up. So the lights are on this bad boy. So what time is it now? That's about time. So that's going to do it today. I have to get ready for tonight. I'll be back in here about 6, moving this stuff back over where it's supposed to be, cleaning up my mess, getting ready for my show tonight. So we did okay. It looks nice. I think we're at the point now with the sides that unless we want to do some like put drapes or something, draw in drapes or something for the bottoms of the windows, we're done with the sides. That's complete now. So it's a matter of finishing off the front end and the back end, and then making it stand up. So we're really close. Hi, Mayor. So that's it now for tonight. Until tonight, until I come back in tonight. So that's it. Where'd that thing with all the stuff in it go? I don't want to knock it down and make another just a huge mess on my floor. Yeah. So all this will get put away when I come back in and get ready for the show night. So I'll try and get back tomorrow because this week, like I said, I don't have a lot of errands to run this week. back. All right, yeah, they had to do their reset. I'm gonna do one more thing, and then we'll stop for today. Since this is dry up here, I'm gonna put those spots in the headlights that I wanted to put in. They're red, but they look decent. So let me put the 4 headlight spots in, and then we'll call it. Which means I gotta pour this stuff out again. I need 4 little dots here. 1, 2, I need 4 little dots. 3 and 4. I know it doesn't make sense because it's a front headlight, but I think they might look decent in there. I want to see something real quick. No, I'll use the 4 little dots. As soon as I get these little dots to put in, we'll stop. It's a mess because I got those other Christmas lights spread across the table here. I'm going to fix that before I do anything else. So let's see. This should work. I'm not fond that they're red, but it is what it is. So we'll put that right there. This right there. That works. We'll put a dot right here. Nope, that's too much of a river. Okay, that's it. And then a dot right in here. Okay, let's see what it looks like. For everything, there's a first and last time. Always remember that. I mean, you might think this is the back, but I think it'll work out in the end to make them look more like headlights. Gives it more of a 3D effect on the headlights. There we go. So we got more of a 3D effect on the headlights. You guys like that? I'm not working on tonight. I'm doing my regular show tonight, so I won't be back till 2 o'clock tomorrow. I got my regular show tonight. So that looks okay. What do you think? You like that? Hey, Pete Johnson, what's up, guy? So there you have the front right there. So that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow to do this around the same time, around 2 p.m. Pacific. I don't have anything to do this week, so it's not like I'm going to be like running errands. The only errand I have, I'll be out tomorrow to buy dog food. No, maybe I don't. No, I don't have to buy dog food tomorrow. I have to get dog food next day. So I've got no errands this week really, except for like Wednesday to get dog food. So I'll be in all week, and we'll be doing this every day. Try to do this every day if we can. You know. So anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks everybody for coming, and everybody that has a TikTok account, I will see you guys at 6:30 tonight. Hi, you 8. Hi, Denise. Hey, lucky lady. So I'll be back at 6:30 and 6:30 p.m. Pacific to do tarot card readings tonight and have some fun. Comedy Psychic will be in, and I'll see you then. For right now, I'm signing off. Got to eat some dinner, get my rest in for the night show and all that stuff. But I'll be back tomorrow at 2:30 Pacific, and we'll work on this some more. So what we accomplished today, so the 7 rehash, kids. We've got the back end is done, pretty much. See, we got the tail lights on there, okay? We've got the front end, which we have to add a wreath to, and windshield wipers. There's our front end. And then we have both sides ready to go. Just like that. See that? Both sides of this thing are ready to go. The sole has to dry. Just like this. See? It's all ready to go. So once we get the front done and get the wreath on the front and get the windshield wipers in on the front, and do a little more spread off that of Rusty Bumper, we should be able to get this thing to stand up. So we're at the point where we're going to stand up with it. So that within the next couple of days, we're going to be standing this thing up. Then we'll be putting the other types of Christmas lights on it. So that's it till tomorrow, till 2 p.m. Pacific. Now, for the rest of you guys that have TikTok accounts, even at the other networks that I can't mention, come on over. California Haunts, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, and we have a good time. We have a really fun time, so come on over. Okay, everybody? All right, let me sign out of here. So off we go. Bye-bye, everybody over here.